Welcome to the Public. This is James.
I'm Adam.
And congratulations to the Washington
not the Astros.
To the Nationals.
To not the Astros.
To the Washington.
To not the Astros.
Nationals.
To not the Astros.
We got a lot to talk about today. Nationals won today.
And the Astros
they won in 7 games.
Yeah, so
Astros were up 3-2. Couldn't put them away after being down 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Nationals win it all. Well,
that's cool that the Nationals did end up beating that Sox thing that was for a lot of the 8 wins in a row. When the Sox won the World Series, won 8 in a row.
But exactly. When they won 3-7.
Well,
they didn't win.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
They won both series.
6,
That won the first 2.
I think so. Yeah.
That lost.
And then won that. Yeah. So it's pretty cool that the Nationals have done that. But yeah, that concludes the MLB season, and shit, they deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Dodgers, who were 2 years in a row NLCS champs. They beat the Astros, who won it all 2 years ago, and still was a dominant team last year and a very dominant team this year. I think he had the best record. Yeah, best record in all of baseball, I believe. Or was that the Yankees? Shit.
No.
It was the
Dodgers.
Was it the
No, the
Dodgers?
Dodgers have the best record.
I thought it was the Astros.
I think the Dodgers did. But yeah, it's a fun World Series. I kind of when the series started, I kind of thought, before even the first game, I kind of thought the Nationals were going to win. Just because when I saw how close the Rays played against the Astros, and the Nationals obviously are a way better team than the Rays.
Dodgers had 106 wins. Astros had 107. So Astros were the best team in the NFL, in the MLB. But yeah, no, it
was impressive. Just because I kind of figured they struggled a little bit with the Rays. I mean, eventually they took them out, but
they did.
I kind of figured Nationals were a way better team than the Rays, and ended up knocking them out like they should have. And it was fun.
Yeah, good times. Good
job. And they won
without Bryce Harper. It's really funny. I think I said on the show before, when Albert Pujols went out, he got out of St. Louis. And even though he won 2-3 championships with them, the very next year St. Louis wins it. Bryce Harper has never won it. He goes out of Washington, but he stays within the division in Philly. And Philly didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They didn't even make the fucking playoffs, and Washington did.
Yeah. Although, I know he's kind of signed to a life contract.
Oh, he is.
If Trout ever leaves, because the Angels are never going to fucking win.
Yeah. Go to Philly.
Yeah.
And then have Trout and Harper.
What if he goes to the Dodgers?
Well, then that's fucked up too. But, yeah. Good job, Nationals. All right. Football. Here we go. Meat and potatoes. Minnesota beat Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Not really surprised.
Yeah.
But Minnesota's offense didn't look as good as it was in the past few weeks. But it was just enough to win.
Yeah.
Cincinnati loses to LA Rams. Cincinnati's a fucking terror fest. Rams, once again, they beat Cincy. Who cares? Yeah. AJ Green said that he either wants a long-term contract with Cincinnati or he wants out.
Yeah.
I understand where he's coming from, but I think he knows and everybody else knows he's not going to get a long-term deal with Cincinnati because of he's injury-prone now. He's been injury-prone for the past 2 to 3 years. Yeah. And I think it's pretty much saying, hey, if you want to keep me, I want 5+ years, maybe 6+ years, I'm out.
He's injured from everything, but
I love him. He's great.
At the same time, the Bengals kind of owe it to him because they've completely fucked his career.
You're right.
The Lions did to Megatron.
Yeah.
They fucked his entire career.
Because he's a great wide receiver. He could have been a top 5, top 3 receiver, for, this year or last year, the year before. But you're right, because They didn't have a whole lot of weapons, and he got injured all the time.
And they kept Marvin Lewis as a coach for like 20 years.
Yes, and he's such a great talent, and it sucks that he is being wasted.
No, because like every year with him, like people are always saying like, oh, imagine what he could do if he had a quarterback like Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, like with the numbers he actually put up.
Insane.
And it would kind of be mirror what Devontae puts up with Rodgers or what Moss put up with Brady.
You're right.
But he never had an actual quarterback.
And the crazy thing is, AJ Green, I think except maybe 1 or 2 seasons, he was over 1,000 yards receiving every fucking season except one that he was like around 950, 960 yards in a season. But he missed like 3-4 games. And then this year, where he's out for the whole season,
It's on the whole season. He comes back.
Well, yeah. He's coming back soon. New Orleans beat Arizona. New Orleans just keeps on doing New Orleans shit. Boy. We were both wrong on this one. Tennessee beat Tampa Bay. Both teams are just underachieving. What do you want from them?
Yeah.
Indianapolis beats Denver, but it was kind of close, very close. I think it was 15-13 on some dumb shit that Vic Fangio did as a coach.
Yeah.
Rookie head coach, that's what you get. Joe Flacco was pissed. He was pissed. He was like, there's no fucking offense on this shit. I'm the only motherfucking offense on this shit. Vic Fangio doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I need a better
offense.
Well, yeah, that's true. He does. Well, the offensive coordinator, whoever that is.
And because we're kind of saying this with the Bears and Mitch.
Yes.
If the offense isn't working, it's the quarterback. The quarterback controls everything. So maybe
Not
Joe
the
Shane
plays.
has said himself, you can change the plays. If you don't like the play, you audible.
Well, maybe sometimes. He's not Peyton Manning, okay? He's not.
He's not even Eli.
Joe Flacco I don't really know what to say. Seattle and Atlanta. Seattle destroyed Atlanta, from what I remember. Yep, Atlanta's terrible. What's his fucking name? The coach of Atlanta. He's getting fired, right?
He should.
They got a bye week.
Fired like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they got a bye week this week, and Arthur Blank said if they lose the next 2 games, and this was 2 weeks ago, then they might have to do something. Well, guess what? Arthur Blank, you might have to do something. Just fire his fucking ass. I forget his name. I think it's Mike Williams or something.
No, it's Summer Smith.
Oh, yeah, it is Smith. Oh,
because he was a coordinator from the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So,
Atlanta sucks. We both had Buffalo. Philly won. Philly is just one of those teams. It's like
up and down.
Yeah. Chargers at Bears. That was really funny.
Chargers
wide right.
Yep.
Wide left.
Before that,
wide right. And then he doinked it.
He doinked
it. But you know what? That no matter if he missed it or not, it's the mask of what we just said. Offense. They're downward spiraling, man. I don't know if they're going to win another game.
It's also kind of stupid on the coach's part with Nagy. Number one, when reporters ask the very reasonable to ask and understandable question of why the fuck didn't you try to gain a few extra yards with 40 seconds left in a timeout to make it easier field goal? Yeah, 41's not that hard of a field goal.
No, it's not.
But make it a little easier. But he said, oh, well, on a run play, you could lose 3 yards, and on a pass, you could possibly throw an interception.
But when you kneel, aren't you losing 2 yards anyway?
Yeah. And not just that, he said before the Mitch scramble, he said he would have been comfortable kicking a 52-yard field goal.
Yes, he did.
So why do you care if you potentially lose 3 yards?
He doesn't believe in his offense.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in his offense. And you know what happens when you finally give Dave Montgomery a fucking chance?
You still lose?
Well, he runs like crazy.
But you still lose.
Nagy sucks. Nagy's god-awful.
He's another trustman. Here, I actually have this, let me see if I can find the picture I had, that kind of compares Nagy to Trustman. Okay, so for their first 23 games, Trustman has 602 points. Nagy has 549.
Oh my God.
Trustman has 7,887 yards. Nagy has 7,472.
Oh my God.
Now the wins are different because Nagy has Khalil Mack.
Right.
But Nagy had 15-8 and Trustman was 11-12.
But the offense shows
first year, he won 11 games.
Yes. Yes, they did. They did win 11 games. Or 10 games.
Yeah,
10 or 11, yeah.
And Nagy's first year, he won 12.
Yep. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
And it's like 1 year wonders, and I keep telling everyone, because my one friend like loves Nagy for some reason, and like he's just saying that like basically it's all Mitch's fault. And I kind of told him, I was like, yeah, Mitch is a bad quarterback, but
like
as
a
coach, you need to know what your quarterback's strengths are. And even at the end of that game, Mitch was making some good throws and like was moving the ball.
Yes.
And like doing stuff that he was successful with. But no, it's not. But you're supposed to coach to your players' strengths. And like that's another thing. Nagy was the one who was brought in because he loved Mitch. Because in KC, he was even telling Reed that he should have taken, if all three quarterbacks are available, to take Mitch. And it's even like a bigger problem is on Ryan Pace.
Yes.
Who, yeah, he's every first round pick he's had has been complete shit.
Yeah.
Kevin White out of the league.
Out. Yep.
Leonard Floyd, Matt gets triple teamed. Floyd still can't get more than 5 sacks a year.
Exactly.
Trubisky.
We see what's going on there.
Roquan is still good, but he's kind of regressed.
Yeah, he has regressed this year, but I think that's what that off-field, that weird off-the-field.
But that's the thing too. If he's got psychological problems that prevent him from doing what he's supposed to, it's kind of like Burton. Then that's a problem.
Right.
And like it just, and also 2 of those picks he traded up for with Floyd and Trubisky.
Yep.
And Trubisky he didn't need to trade up for because no one was fucking taking Mitch Trubisky except for the Bears.
Yes.
And then the Browns convinced the Bears because Pace was so immature in his job that we might do this, and then
they were actually scared about Frisco taking Trubisky, but this is before they had Jimmy G.
But Frisco was never intended. They always wanted Solomon Thomas.
Exactly. They always wanted Solomon Thomas, and
they just knew
they got him.
And that was funny because this was Pace's second or third year for the trade with Trubisky.
I think second.
When Lynch's first year, when Lynch basically mind-fucked Pace into trading away 5 draft picks to move up 1 spot to take a player that San Francisco had no intention of taking.
Nope. So he did find fucking big time. Detroit beat the Giants. Giants suck. Detroit is whatever.
That's the first time I picked Detroit.
I think so. You might be right. I gotta look at that. Jacksonville beats the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets are terrible. Niners?
Yeah.
Are the Niners for real? Like, okay. I know they're the only undefeated team in the NFC, but call me a homer. I still have the Packers, and I still have the Saints better than the Niners.
Yeah. I think the Niners are good. I think it's kind of like the Patriots, where, they're undefeated, but they haven't really
They're not.
played
It's not like
impressive.
they're not unbeatable.
Yeah. They
not
haven't really played anyone that's like, you beat the Saints. That's like, wow.
Yeah.
You beat...
They have beaten Seattle, I believe.
Yeah, but Seattle's kind of up and down.
Yes.
They're not consistent yet. And Seattle should be a better team than they are, but they just aren't. And some of it is their defense hasn't gelled yet. Some of it is Russ having inconsistent games. But and even the Seahawks, the Baltimore, dismantled the Seahawks, for the most part.
Actually, no, never mind. This is who they've beaten.
The Browns?
They've beaten Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, L.A. It was at L.A., Washington,
so the Rams are
Carolina, and Arizona, and Carolina. They have
the Rams are the good team they beat.
Yes, and they're really not that good.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but, So they haven't even faced the Seattle Seahawks yet.
Yeah.
So
Seahawks would beat them.
I would think so.
Well, no,
in Seattle. In Seattle. I would say a home win. And
home win. In Seattle.
But, their defense is
Jimmy Garoppolo is good. Is a good quarterback.
He's a good
quarterback. Is a great running back.
Yes, he is.
Which I actually got really lucky last week in fantasy football, where I did not play Coleman, but I should have. Instead, I played Sony Michel, but it really didn't matter because Aaron Rodgers got me 50, like almost 50 points. Mike Evans got me 40 points.
Right.
And Joseph Conner got me like 30.
So
I ended up winning 150 to 94. But I could have had 200 points if Coleman would have. But it really didn't matter. But
no,
Coleman's a great running back, and Atlanta really fucked up in the running back they let go. Because they should have kept Coleman and let Freeman just.
I agree.
Disappear.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, and I know that we're only halfway through
Coleman's contract only 1 year?
I think it is. I think it is only 1 year. Now, with Frisco, if I'm Frisco and Frisco fans, you really, really, really want the number 1 seed in the NFC. Because this is how it usually goes, of course. Number 1 and 2, of course, get the byes.
And home field.
3, and home field. The 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
If the 3 wins, 3 goes to 2, no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you're Frisco, you don't want to be number 2, because guess who you're going to get with that 3rd seed? Either the Packers or the Saints. And you don't want either one of them. I don't care if you're home or not. You don't want either one of those teams going into Frisco.
But this is the biggest problem. If they aren't the 1 seed, then they have to go to New Orleans or to Green Bay.
In the NFC title game.
Yeah. Then
you're going to have to go through both of them then.
Yeah.
If you're the 2 seed. But if you're the number 1 seed,
you can avoid one of them.
You avoid one of them, and
they go to you,
and then they come to you in the NFC title game. Because you're either going to get the NFC East champ, which is Philly or Dallas, which is shit, or you get one of the wild cards.
Which is probably the Vikings,
Seattle, Minnesota, which is still tough.
Vikings would be real tough for them.
Yes, and actually Seattle too, because. But I would rather if I'm
Seattle
a Frisco.
Still plays them twice, so that could change everything.
That could, yeah, you're right, and it could actually knock Seattle out, or it could actually knock Seattle up above Frisco. Exactly.
Yeah.
But if I'm Frisco, I want that number 1 seed so badly because I don't want to go through that gauntlet of the Saints and the Packers.
But they also have kind of an issue in like the coming weeks where they do play the Packers already.
Yes, they do.
And that could really fuck up seeding for them.
Yes, because the Packers win.
If the Packers win, jump them. By
and then tiebreaker. They could be the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Or 4 3 seed.
And then they have to travel.
Exactly. Then they'll have to travel. All right. So, oh boy, yeah. New England does what New England does. Houston barely beats Oakland.
Yeah.
Green Bay, even though it's against Matt Moore, they went
Matt Moore, that's like the thing. People keep saying like, "Oh, it was just against Matt Moore." Matt Moore played really good. And like part of this is making me think like, yeah, obviously Mahomes is an insane talent, but I think about 90% of that might be Andy Reid.
It is. I'd say about 70% with Holmes and 90% with everybody else. Because yes, I also believe that Patrick Mahomes is a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes plays that not a whole lot of people make.
Yeah.
But Andy Reid makes quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He made Alex Smith into a reliable quarterback.
You know what's really weird?
A playoff quarterback.
I texted my one friend. Okay, the Eagles fired Andy Reid because they were just done with the system or whatever.
Yeah.
Then hired Chip Kelly, which was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And then hired another Andy Reid.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody called the Andy Reid tree.
And the only good one from that tree so far.
Yeah, so far, yes.
So why wouldn't they just keep Andy Reid if that's the direction they were going?
I think because he did wear out his welcoming. There was a lot of shit going on, but I mean, who was their coach? Who was Andy Reid's? Well, yeah, I mean,
then Vic.
It was McNabb, then Vic, and then after Vic
Bradford.
it was. Okay, I think that was like that was the last years of Andy Reid, right? Sam Bradford was quarterback.
Vic, Bradford,
and it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough, and then they.
But also, those quarterbacks aren't really. Like,
McNabb's good.
Yeah, not McNabb. I'm saying Vic and Bradford.
Yeah.
Now, Reid could make a quarterback, but those two quarterbacks don't really fit his style.
Yeah, you're right.
Wentz obviously does.
Yes.
So you have to think, if you had Andy Reid instead of Pearson, and Pearson's a great coach, Yeah. Then you had Andy Reid with Wentz and Alshon and Jordan Howard and all this.
But they didn't want to wait that
long. They
long.
would be in a better position.
And we're talking about, what, 5 years ago? 6 years ago when he got fired?
Yeah.
You know, because Chip Kelly was there for about 3 years, I'd say.
Somehow.
And then Peterson is in his third year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're talking about 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get it. And then, yeah, they probably like, oh, fuck, we fucked up. We don't want Chip Kelly.
Yeah, they hired another Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's already in Kansas City. All right, Doug Peterson, we want you. Because you're an Andy Reid boy.
Yeah.
And it works.
Not working for the Bears.
Exactly. Pittsburgh won.
Yeah.
Is Mason Rudolph the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think he can be. I think
he's no Big Ben.
No, he's not. But like few quarterbacks really are.
Yeah.
But I think the one problem with Mason is the same problem that Darnold was having. Okay, Darnold is a really good quarterback. People are making too much out of this whole icy ghost thing because the Patriots' defense is amazing.
Yeah.
And a young quarterback against a really good defense is going to get nervous. It's going to get scared.
Bill Belichick has an amazing fucking winning record. Again, I know Sam Bradford isn't a fucking.
And I know
that had a rookie, but he has an amazing record against rookie quarterbacks and young quarterbacks.
And that's like the thing. Like people are like making a lot of him saying he saw ghosts, but okay, he's a really good quarterback in a kind of weird situation where the Jets, they have a really good weapon in Le'Veon Bell, but his best receiver,
they might trade him.
His best receiver,
he's on the trading block.
The trade deadline passed out.
Oh yeah, it does.
But his best receiver, while it's a good receiver, it's not a number one receiver anywhere else but the Jets, is Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Who's a really good slot receiver. He'd be a good quick slot.
Yeah,
but he's not number one.
He's
not number two, really.
No,
he's just a good quick
great
three.
slot.
And they don't really have a tight end.
No.
They have a defense that should be better than it is. But even their defense, they pissed off their best defensive player in Jamal Adams when they put him on the trading block.
Yeah.
And he basically tweeted out, wait. The Packers don't shop Aaron Rodgers. The Patriots don't shop Tom Brady. The Saints don't shop Drew Brees. Why are you shopping your best player?
You're right.
You're right. And that might kind of cut them off come contract extension time.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to be like, yo, you put me on your trading block, I'm out of here.
I'm done with this. But, yeah, I mean, their defense should be a lot better, especially with C.J. Mosley. But, their line just never was as good as it was supposed to be.
No.
It was originally with Sheldon Richardson, Leonard Williams, and I think Muhammad Wilkerson. It was supposed to be this dominant front three, kind of what San Francisco has.
Right.
But it just never kind of worked. And yeah, Wilkerson's a good player. Richardson's a good player. Leonard Williams is an okay player. It just never really meshed together. And their secondary's always been an issue since they lost Revis.
Yes.
And since they lost Rex Ryan.
Well, yeah, you're right. Ever since Rex Ryan, because Rex Ryan was an amazing defensive coordinator.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gotten jobs as a coordinator.
He's been asked, but he's probably fuck that. I just want to be a broadcaster, and I don't want that stress.
But because that's the thing. If he was to coordinate a team, because I do think the Bears made a mistake with who they hired for their coordinator in Pagano. If you were to coordinate a team like the Bears, with that defense,
it's scary as fuck.
Yeah. You wouldn't move the ball on that defense if Rex Ryan was organized.
You wouldn't move it at all.
Pagano calls way too many blitzes.
Yes.
And when the blitzes don't come home, your secondary is left exposed. And I've said this to my friend who's a Bears fan, and I'm kind of shocked he agreed with me. But I honestly believe I know he's not an amazing player. I'm happy we have him, but he's not amazing. But with Amos, I honestly think Amos was the heart of that defense. I think he was the leader.
Sure. Yeah.
I think now without him, now it's HaHa and Eddie Jackson. You have two very similar risk-taking players in the secondary. Whereas with Amos, you had the hitter, the guy who's going to tip passes. He's just going to make tackles, but he's always going to be there. Now you have two players who are going for the high-risk stuff all the time.
Right.
And that leaves you open, and that leaves you exposed. And when you have Mack not getting home, you have Hicks hurt, and Hicks was the other leader of that defense. Because, and you have both of them gone, I think it's just kind of a disaster right now. And, yeah, some of it is they've given up because they know the offense isn't going to score more than 20 points a game. So they're pressing and they're kind of like, well, this is what we have. Now, if we don't do all this, we're not going to win. And it's so stressful.
It is. So, you went 11-4, I went 10-5.
Yep.
So now you're up by 1 game on me at the halfway point.
Fucking mind the Cardinals.
Yes. So 70-50-1.
Should have been a win for me.
71-49-1.
Fuck Detroit.
No, it should have been a win for me.
You know Detroit wasn't going to win that game.
Yes, they should have.
No, they lions themselves. They always do this, and you pick them as the best team in the NFC North.
No, I said that they were going to be a wild card. I had the Bears winning the division. I had it literally ass backwards. I literally had it, and you had the Packers and Vikings. All right, so this week,
I hate the Vikings more than I.
Frisco and Arizona.
Frisco.
They
haven't. Arizona's not the team to beat them.
Even with that trade, they got Kenyon Drake from Miami. It's a better line. It's not saying much, but it's a better line.
Don't the Cardinals have David Johnson?
Yeah, but I think he's injured for a little bit.
Oh, I was going to say, what the fuck? He's not better than David Johnson.
No, he's not better than David Johnson, but they're just trying to get some more running back.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
But Frisco.
Against Frisco's defense, Kyler's going to have some problems.
Houston at Jacksonville. This is a weird one.
I'll say Houston just because of the loss of Ramsey.
Yeah.
And I think Deshaun will get DeAndre involved early and often and kind of, their defense is still good, but I think without Ramsey, it's going to be a big hole on the secondary, and you don't want a hole when you're facing someone like DeAndre Hopkins or Will Fuller. I think now on the Texans side, losing J.J. Watt is horrible, and I feel really bad for him because he is a really awesome guy.
Yes, I love
He's an amazing player.
He is.
Like, him and his brother are both amazing
rush
people
is going to be scary for Gardner Minshew, and now Minshew's going to have a little bit of time, and he's a good game managing quarterback.
He is. But I just think this game of the games this week is the one that kind of shoots out at me as a shootout.
In a weird way,
yes. If they're going to shoot out, I'll take Deshaun and DeAndre Hopkins over Charch and Minshew. Even though Minshew's been good, I'll take Deshaun. I'd rather have Deshaun Watson as the one player.
I'm taking Jacksonville. It's a divisional game. It's in Jacksonville. It's gonna topsy-turvy the second and third seeds of the AFC South. Washington and Buffalo.
Buffalo should win.
But
I think their defense will help.
What happened to them against Philadelphia was kind of alarming.
Philadelphia is better than Washington.
Yeah.
Washington still doesn't have. Who the fuck is their quarterback? Is it Keenum? Is it Haskins?
It's Haskins.
Is it fucking Colt McCoy?
You know what?
How is Colt McCoy still in the league and Johnny Manziel isn't?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Holy shit.
Or how is Colt McCoy? I mean, I know Tebow was kind of a train wreck, but how is Colt McCoy in the league and Tebow isn't?
Tebow's he's old now, man.
Yeah, so is Colt. Colt's like 30.
I'm going with a weird fucking win for Washington. I don't know why. I just feel it. I'm going with the upset. Tennessee at Carolina. I don't even know.
Probably Carolina.
I'm going Carolina still.
This, I think, McCaffrey's going to have a good game.
Yeah. Against that Tennessee defense. McCaffrey will run all over them. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Kansas City.
All right. If Mahomes plays.
He's not.
I thought he was.
No.
I thought they said he was playing.
No, he's not coming back until week 10, I believe.
All right. That's probably Minnesota.
I'm still going to say Kansas City. I don't know.
I can see it being a game really similar
pretty damn close
to ours.
Yes.
But
no, Kirk Cousins is not Aaron Rodgers. I got Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Kansas City, exactly.
But I could see Minnesota walking out and just finding ways.
Right. Now here's another fucking toss-up, I think. You got the dumpster fire of the Miami Dolphins against the semi-dumpster fire of the New York Jets in Miami. In Miami!
Just because of what Miami was capable of doing for the Steelers, where they went up early and still got their asses kicked, I'll say the Jets.
I was going to say Miami.
Just because they were able to go
up 14-0
against the Steelers and completely fuck with Mason Rudolph. And they still didn't win.
I'm going
the Miami Dolphins are trying to lose every game.
I think
the Miami Dolphins want to lose every game.
They really want
Tua or Chase Young.
Yeah, that's who
I think it might be Chase Young.
You think Chase Young might be?
Because Chase Young is supposedly better than the past two pass rushers out of Ohio. Like, he's supposed to be better than both of the Moses.
I got Miami.
They're saying like Chase might be like the next Mac.
That's crazy. You got the Jets. I got Miami. Here's another fucked up one. This week is crazy. Bears at Eagles. I say the Bears always have the Eagles number in the regular season. I'm going with the Bears. I think they get their revenge on them from the playoff game. I think it's going to be a shitty game. I think it's going to be another 13-10 type bullshit game. But I think the defense comes to play, and I think the Bears do just enough to beat Philly.
I think the Eagles. I think Peterson outcoaches Nagy like he did in the playoffs. I think the Eagles, while the Bears' defense has potential to be really good, the Eagles' offense has more capability than the Bears' offense does. Because, 1 week with Montgomery, they put up 130 yards. But now that teams kind of know you're going to try to run, they'll do things to adjust.
Well, that's when Nagy's at his best. Because now that when people now you're going to run. Well,
not with Mitch Trubisky, it's not.
But now if teams
not
are you're a running team, now you play action.
Not with Mitch.
Well, you let Mitch run.
And get creamed and fucking break himself in half again?
Well, then you put Chase Daniels in.
Then you lose again? Because you have Chase Daniels? Because you're back. And, that's the other thing about Pace. The complete, buffoonery he's had of judging quarterback talent, where he gave Glennon $18 million.
Yeah, you're right about that.
He drafted Trubisky, and then as backups, instead of signing Teddy Bridgewater, who was available, he decided to sign Chase Daniels and Tyler Bray.
And Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. And he said those three will be like coaches for Mitch. That's not who I want coaching, people.
I get it.
I'll fucking let Dick Butkus coach my team before I'll let fucking Tyler Bray and Chase Daniels tell a quarterback
Chase Daniels is really, really smart. He just didn't...
So is Josh McCown, and he's not a coach. He's a random quarterback for the 100th year in a row, but he's not a...
Josh McCown's awesome. Indianapolis and Pittsburgh. I got Indy.
Yeah, Indy.
It seems like this is a trap game, but you know what? I'm still going that Indy is arguably the third best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
I say New England number one, Kansas City number two. I
can say they're higher because New England,
You just really don't believe in New England,
I do. It's just kind of like San Francisco.
Yeah.
Who'd they beat?
I agree.
Yeah, they looked really good against fucking shit.
Yeah.
But they haven't played anyone yet.
Cool, yeah.
Until this week.
And we'll get to that game in a little bit. Detroit at Oakland.
Just because Detroit's himself Oakland.
You know what?
You know it's going to happen.
I do, so I'm going to go with Oakland.
Detroit will do it to them.
Oakland somehow wins weird games, and this is one of those weird games. And I think Oakland will beat Detroit. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. I think this is the biggest we know who's going to win, other than Frisco and Arizona. Green Bay at LA Chargers.
Packers.
I got Packers still.
They're going to cream them.
I think it's going to be closer than you think, but it's.
I don't think it's gonna be close because they just said that their safety's out. Darwin James.
Okay. God damn it! And I love Darwin James.
Yeah.
And he always gets injured.
Yeah.
It sucks because he is such a great
But
talent.
yeah, I don't. Without him, I think this is one game where playing against a former player for Rodgers is really going to come into hand, especially with Devontae back.
Yeah.
Where he used to practice all the time against Casey Hayward. I think he'll, Hayward might know some of Rodgers' tendencies, but not with this offense.
Exactly. It's a whole new offense.
And now he's going to be lined up almost every down against Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Or even if Devontae's not playing, our new number one receiver, Aaron Jones.
Love it. Fucking love it. Aaron Jones is a beast.
And that's why I think that's not going to be close, because normally, if Darwin James is lined up against Jones, he's going to lock him out. Yeah. But without him, Jones is going to be able to run free most of the game.
Yes. Cleveland at Denver.
Why?
Because they have to play each other.
Do they have to, though? Can't we just cancel the game and just give both teams a half a win?
You know what you want to do, Adam.
They're not good enough to even do that. They're not even good enough to tie. They're not even good enough to die.
Cleveland is winning this just because Joe Flacco is not playing. And yes, I said that correctly. I'm getting Cleveland.
Denver.
Just despite that Joe Flacco isn't in,
and they'll win this game.
And then they'll go on a winning streak somehow and become a perennial defense.
Yep.
Now this is the game that I know you're very excited about. It's Sunday Night Football. Mm-hmm. New England and Baltimore. In Baltimore.
Here you go.
I got Baltimore.
Yep. I think this is the first legitimate challenge to that defense.
I agree.
And I think it's a challenge that Belichick might not be able to handle.
It's a running and
not just that.
He's not really that good against these type
what
of
Belichick does is lock down your number one option. Baltimore doesn't really have a number one option. Baltimore has Lamar Jackson will run, and whoever the fuck gets open, you get the ball. That's kind of what he does.
Yeah, it is.
He's an actual productive version of Mitch Trubisky.
You're right. He's what Mitch Trubisky should have been.
Except faster and stronger.
Yes.
But, I just think the New England's going to have a hard time handling Baltimore's offense, and I also think with the addition of Marcus Peters to the Baltimore defense,
you're right.
I don't think the Patriots offense hasn't really looked any good this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony Michel's had some really good games,
but against shitty defenses. Yeah. And now you're going up against a good defense, and you're not going to be able to do a few of the things that you used to do against the Jets or Miami or Buffalo. Well, Buffalo. Yeah. That was actually a tough game. And now Dallas at the Giants. I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, probably Dallas. Because the Giants are awful.
Exactly.
I think your rookie of the year pick isn't looking too good.
Yeah, he did in the first 2 weeks of his career, and now it's kind of just went downhill.
Kind of like your Lions pick. And your Bears.
Hey, they're 3-1. Well, Bears are dead. Yeah, I fucked that one up. I do want to see how many times you have picked Detroit. No, you did not pick. Oh, wait, yeah, you did. You picked Detroit against Minnesota.
Yeah, because it was Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think they had a bye week this week. Nope, it was against Green Bay.
Yep.
So it was a bye week. I think they had a bye week that week.
Yep.
Maybe you had 2 bye weeks. No, Kansas City.
Yep.
All right, Kansas City. So yeah. Yep.
I only picked them twice.
Yeah, you did. Well, look at that. You fucking only picked them twice. Yep. You picked the Chargers.
I'm 1-1 with Detroit picks. You're 0-50.
Whatever. So,
but they're your dark horse playoff
My douche of the week. I know it's getting old with the wrestling, so I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go with Ejax. I'm going with Eddie Jackson, cornerback, safety for the Bears, saying that it's not nice for fans to boo the team. Well, they paid their hard-earned money to get into the stadium, so they can boo or cheer whoever the fuck they want. I understand that you came from an Alabama squad that won championships and won multiple double-digit win seasons.
And the only time you got booed is when you didn't score 60 points.
Yeah, exactly. So, Eddie Jackson, leave the booing and cheering alone and focus on your next opponent. So, for that, you are rightfully and nicely my douche of the week.
I agree with that. I kind of get where he's coming from, because where his mind isn't a good place. He's trying to stick up for his teammates, but even some people on his score, who are basically the Bears station, said one thing you really don't want to do in this city is tell people not to do something.
Right.
Because it's just going to get a lot worse.
You don't do that in New York, you don't do that in Philadelphia, and you don't do that in Chicago.
They were like, you do not want to tell people that booing hurts your feelings, because people in Chicago will just be like, oh, this pisses you off? Great. They don't care. Like I said, I get where he's coming from. He's trying to stick up for his mentally fragile quarterback and the offense, but yeah, like you said earlier, say that stuff in the locker room. Don't let it out in the media, because you're just going to get destroyed. Especially, right now they're just booing the offense. I mean, last week they were booing the team because they kicked the field goal.
Well,
they almost ran out of time trying to do it.
Suck.
But, if I was Eddie Jackson, I'd be really careful with this, because just wait till that one game where the defense isn't on point, and the defense starts getting scored on, and then you're the one who is going to basically get booed. You guys are going to get booed, because I've seen how he's in press conferences, I guarantee Mitch Trubisky's not going to be sticking up for you guys. Mitch isn't going to be saying, "Oh, don't boo the defense." You're
probably right. So who's your douche?
Chris Jericho. Number one for the shirt he wore.
All right, before you say your douche, then, do we have anything about the NBA first week of the season? Other than your Bears pick really sucks right now, and your Blackhawks pick really sucks right now.
I didn't pick the Bears. I picked the Bulls.
I mean
the Bulls still could randomly get in. The East is shit. The Bulls will randomly fall into the East spot.
The only thing that I'm kind of surprised about is that Toronto is still a good team.
Yeah.
The Raptors are still showing that, we're still here. Are they going to make it? No.
Probably playoffs.
But they'll probably defend it.
And as for the Blackhawks, I think
that defense is atrocious.
Well, yeah, and that's why they've been scratching Seabrook the past few games and Keith, because they're starting to call up the younger people. And I think a lot of it is because if you actually look at the statistics, Robert Leonard has a 1.22 goals allowed average. So when he's playing, they actually are a better team. It's just when Crawford comes in, and he's averaging 3 or 4 goals against, because he can't stop anything anymore.
It's true.
That's when they're struggling. I think within the next week or two, they're just going to kind of say it that Leonard is the number one and is the starter, and they're going to have Crawford maybe play once a week. Because right now they've been basically splitting time between the two early on to find out, basically it was to see who would handle the job better. I think by next week it's just going to be Leonard's the number one, and then Crawford will play once a week. And the offense has been inconsistent, but it's kind of often inconsistent. I think a lot of it is kind of what it was with Quinville. The constant line juggling is a little bit of an issue, but I think the offense will eventually figure stuff out, because eventually Kane will score goals, because that's what Canes do.
That's what Kane does.
But I think they'll be fine once the year goes, especially because the Blues just lost a major thing, part of their team.
Oh, wow.
Vladimir Tarasenko is out for 4 or 5 months.
Shit. That's pretty rough.
So
it kind of weakens that division a little bit, and hopefully it helps the Blackhawks out a little bit.
And plus, none of the other teams in the division really are doing that great either outside of Colorado. Colorado's doing good, but like the other teams, number one, they have about a 4-game advantage on us because we had a week off after we played in Prague.
That's the damn truth.
So that kind of was a little messed up too. But I think come like the midseason, they'll be closer to potentially a playoff race and probably sneak in like the Bulls with one of the last 2 seeds.
Right. We'll see. We'll see. So Chris Jericho is your douche.
For 2 reasons. One, the shirt he wore today. Because that is god awful.
Yes.
And number 2, for another stupid comment he made about NXT, because he can't stop doing this. He said that NXT will forever be the little leagues because NXT doesn't have any real stars. All the real stars are in AEW. Alright, I've said this a few times, but okay, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho.
Those are your top 3 guys.
And Moxley if he stays.
Yes. Those are not minor league guys. Those are major league guys.
Compare Finn Balor, who's now on NXT.
Yes.
Adam Cole.
Yes.
Matt Riddle. Keith Lee. Dominic Dijakovic. They said Alistair might come back for a few matches in NXT, and so will Sammy. And plus the rest of the Undisputed Era and Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. And they still have some people they've signed that aren't up yet, like Kushida and a few other people. So yeah, AEW has good top end talent. But the one thing I've noticed watching their shows the past few weeks is outside of the top end talent, their stuff really isn't that good to watch.
I like Alan Darby.
Yeah, and he's kind of in the top end.
Yeah,
outside, their mid card,
even though
their tag.
Alright, it's probably because I haven't really watched a whole lot of spot monkey type shit.
Watch the Young Bucks.
But I don't know. I've enjoyed Private Party. I've enjoyed the Lucha Brothers. I think they are so much fun to watch. I've enjoyed They were on last week, and I love the gimmick. The guys with the minions.
The Dark Order?
Yes, yeah. The Dark Order. I think that is fun. That's so much fun. SCU is good.
Yeah, it's fun, but Private Party is fun, but the issue I have with them is the same issue I kind of have with the Young Bucks. Okay, if you're doing an amazing thing like Ricochet with a 630 or Neville with his corkscrew shooting star, yeah, it's amazing. But if you're just doing a flip for the purpose of doing a flip,
yes.
It is annoying and it serves no purpose. And that's kind of what what Private Party's finisher is. The Frankensteiner into the RKO. Because that Frankensteiner adds absolutely nothing to an RKO.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a flip for the point of doing a flip.
Yeah.
There's no purpose behind it except, I could do a Frankenstein, and doesn't this look fun? That's no different than when Orton throws someone up and does an RKO, or did an RKO off the curb stomp at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool spot,
but it doesn't do any extra damage.
No point for it.
It's just to look cool.
Now, I'll take it against the team that's in Jericho's little inner circle, LAX. Now they do that move that powerbomb the Bulldog off the powerbomb.
Yeah.
Now that does add something to it, where it's not just a flip for a flip. You're basically doing a high impact Bulldog into a powerbomb.
Right.
So yeah, that's a purpose. But with the Bucks with their stupid Meltzer driver, where it's a tombstone and then the one does a stupid little flip. then just kind of touches the guy who's getting through the it doesn't do anything.
No,
like, what's the point?
There is no point if you do a little flip and then
and also, like, I'm kind of annoyed by a little bit of it because a lot of the moves they're doing in AEW, they're basically doing it to kind of try to mock WWE, which is why so many other people do RKOs and cutters, and so many people do, like, one of them was doing a pedigree, one of them was doing Adam Cole's thing, but I mean, that's kind of a common move, the last shot, but, like, they're kind of just doing it just to... Like, we could do this too.
We could do this, and it's just a normal move to us type shit. No, I got you.
And that's why I don't like the Young Bucks. Because back in, like, the 90s, with Michaels, and even current days with Ziggler, the super kick is a legitimate finisher. But when you do it fucking 900 times in a match, then it doesn't mean shit anymore.
No, you're right.
That's what they've done to that move. Because all they do is, like, they come in and just do 20 super kicks and like, oh, we won, haha.
20 super kicks, look at us. No, I get it. What have you taken away from SmackDown and Raw this past week?
Raw was okay. I didn't watch much of it because my DVR didn't record it right, but I watched half of it. There's some good matches. SmackDown hasn't happened.
I like Rollins and Rollins.
SmackDown hasn't happened yet.
Well, SmackDown happened this past Friday.
Yeah, last Friday was good. That SmackDown was good. I liked it. I like the, like we were saying about, they brought back the Funhouse, and
Thank God.
Like I said, I kind of knew they were going to do that because, like I said, it's all in his fucking head.
Yeah.
It's all basically imaginary. Like, he's not. It's kind of like the Joker.
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening. Someone is just insane. Nothing is happening. You are just dealing with a crazy person.
That's all you're doing. You're dealing with a crazy person.
And, like, he brought it back as, like, basically a funeral for Rambling Rabbit. And then that was the first time he used the heel glove.
The heel glove.
And it brought Rambling Rabbit back to life. So that was cool.
So who is going to use the heel glove on?
But then that was also one interesting thing that kind of I missed at first, but I watched it again. So, okay, originally he had his friends on the wall, and they had the picture of Seth. And they just had the picture of Seth because without the title, because his goal at that time was just to hurt Seth. It was because he wanted to destroy Seth.
Yeah.
Now, when it was the Funhouse, it actually showed Seth with the title on his shoulder. So this is a new picture of him that he drew on that has the title on it. And what people are saying is that now Finn's goal, Bray's goal, isn't to hurt Seth. Bray's goal is to get the title. Well, that's what he
wants to find out in 14 hours.
Yeah. But that's also one interesting thing for Raw is there's already a scheduled cage match.
Yes, there is
between Bray and Seth.
The title.
Yeah. Which is the only way that should happen, because you think one of two things. One, Bray does something weird and they disappear. They're just nowhere to be found, which would be kind of a funny, like, kind of fucking paper. Or
they pull a Kane being the champion, have Bray win at Crown Jewel,
Seth escape,
and then Seth wins this cage match
by
escaping.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I can see that. I think you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Because you have a false count anywhere.
Especially because...
Cannot end in any other way than pin or submission. So that means Bray Wyatt wins, then you have steel cage with Seth Rollins winning by escaping and not pinning or submitting the Fiend.
So he still looks strong. He still has a.
And then maybe that begins a new rivalry for the Fiend because maybe somebody distracts the Fiend.
Well, that's already what they're saying. Like the next rivalry is set up on SmackDown, where he's going to be on Miz TV
on Friday.
Yeah, and they're saying that like the good bit would be.
But
they might have it with the title.
Yeah.
But they said it might not be. They said it might start as Good Bray, but then Miz might say something
and then the lights go off.
The lights go out, the Fiend's there, and
the Fiend's there, and then attacks.
Mm.
All right. I'm okay with all this, I guess. We'll see.
But yeah, and I could see that match probably ending in one of two ways. Either Bray just wins outright, or like they disappear and something weird happens, and like it's just kind of like, oh, what the hell are they doing? Where did they go? And just Bray just runs off of them. But the other matches for this,
preview. Prediction time.
There's a 20-man battle royal. Winner faces AJ for U.S. title.
Do we have who was in there or no?
I don't think so, but I'm guessing a bunch of mid-carders, and since AJ already has a built-in rivalry with them, I'm going to say Cedric Alexander.
I'm going to go with Aleister Black. I'm going with Aleister Black. And then that title match is that night.
Yeah, it's the pay-per-view. It's that.
I'm saying Aleister Black wins the Intercontinental U.S. Championship. I'm saying Aleister Black wins the U.S. title.
I could see Aleister Black, but I think either Cedric or Ricochet.
Okay.
Maybe because they already have kind of built around. Then the tag team turmoil for best team in the world: New Day versus the OC versus Revival versus Viking Raiders versus Heavy Machinery versus, for some reason, Hawkins and Ryder.
Yep.
Versus Lucha House Party versus Ziggler and Rude versus the BT.
You know what? I'm going to say the Viking Raiders. Because I think they're trying to do a story with New Day that they're going to go on a losing streak. And from the rumors that I've been seeing is that they might turn them heel.
Yeah.
Because they're going on a losing streak. They lose all these matches cleanly. And then, there you go. So I would say the OC...
I don't know if they're going to really do that because Xavier's out for a year. He fucking ruptured his Achilles tendon.
This is true. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Viking Raiders. I think they're going to give them a major push, even though they're already the champs. I think having them win this match, other than what in the goddamn fuck was that? The Viking Raiders beat up.
Yeah, I know.
Some fucking jobbers that were the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, where the fuck are they? And then it's in St. Louis. I'm like, okay, it makes sense, but this is totally Vince McMahon.
That's the tag team champions. You shouldn't be doing that.
If you want them to destroy somebody, why not the Colognes? You haven't seen them in like 6 months. Yeah. Why not bring somebody up from NXT to get their asses rammed by the Viking Raiders?
Yeah. Because Triple H said that the pipeline is done.
Yeah.
They're not going NXT to Raw and SmackDown anymore. You're on NXT, except for Finn, of course, because Finn will eventually.
But will they be part of the draft next time?
No, you're on NXT.
And you're on NXT.
Because that's where they're happy, that's where they know they have direction, and where they already view the people in that brand already view that title as one of the most prestigious titles they can have at this point.
Yes, it is.
They are fine just being I actually think it's going to be a team that's not announced for the match. I think the Authors of Pain.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because they are, one of them, Razor is a Syrian.
Oh, wow.
And I think Akam might be too. No, Akam's Romanian.
Why not the Davari brothers now?
Yeah, but I think Authors of Pain, I think the finals will come down to like probably OC versus Viking Raiders. Then all of a sudden, like, the Authors of Pain music comes out.
Kind of pull Shane McMahon away.
And they just run out and just, like, annihilate both of them. And just pin them and just, like, walk out and don't even say anything or do anything. Just, like...
I like the Authors of Pain. I like that one. So I got Viking Raiders, you got Authors of Pain.
Then, for some reason, the person who won last year's Dumb Battle Royal, Mansoor versus Cesaro.
Oh yeah, he won the Battle Royale last year.
Yeah, so he's probably going to beat Cesaro because he's Indian and that's there.
Exactly.
Natalia versus Lacey Evans.
Natalia.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I first saw this match, like, I was kind of like, okay, it's cool. It's great that they're doing a women's match there. Then I was like, then the other part of me was like, okay, they're doing a women's match there, but this is the match
it's because I guess
like a lot of the other ones said they didn't want to go.
And Saudi Arabians really like those two for some reason. Right, because they're blondes.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, I don't know.
Then Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
Oh, Jesus. Team Hogan.
I say Flair.
Good guys are winning.
I say Flair. The heels end up winning. And we already talked about this, but the Falls Count Anywhere, Bray versus Seth.
I was going to say Seth, but now it makes a lot of sense with the steel cage match on Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt has Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5-day reign.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt wins.
I actually think it might be longer than that. Because...
Well, then how...
Well, no, there's a cage match on Raw. That doesn't mean he has to lose. I think when the cage match happens, that's when you see Liv come in as Abby. And either just distract Seth or just kind of like scare him and like fuck with him.
But then Bray will be a Raw guy.
Because the original plan for Bray on SmackDown was just for like the first like month or so. So they could use him in advertisements and say, "Oh, see the Fiend in the Firefly Funhouse. See the Fiend," because he's a big draw. I think their plan was to use him to boost that, then just be like, "Oh, he's the champion, so he has to be on Raw," but he could still show up on SmackDown because he's a SmackDown superstar. And then when he does eventually lose the title, he'll go back to SmackDown. But I think in the cage match, or even maybe here, because if there is a women's match, then Liv may be there.
Possibly, yeah, okay.
The whole thing about like the women's match is like obviously they have to like be fully covered and everything. And Liv, if she is portraying Abby,
she is fully covered, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so I could see like possibly she makes her re-debut as top the Fiend. Then Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury.
I don't even. I'm gonna go.
Tyson,
I'm gonna go with Tyson Fury.
Always win.
Yes, Tyson Fury, and it's gonna bury Strowman even more. So it doesn't even fucking matter.
Brock Lesnar versus Kane.
No contest. I say a DQ. Disqualification. No contest. No one's winning.
Los Jabberino is getting involved.
Huh?
That's what I'm calling Rey Mysterio's son.
Los Jabberinos?
The Lucha House Party.
Yes.
Kane Velasquez.
Yes.
I'm calling them Los Jabberinos.
Yes. They will get involved, and somehow we're going to have the Los Jabberinos and then Lesnar's team.
At Survivor Series.
Yeah. Paul Heyman's guys.
Yeah. Although, that's kind of one other interesting thing is, I was telling you this before we went on, that now Conor McGregor wants to be in WWE.
That'd be fun. That would be fun. He just needs to stop swearing and then he'll be good.
Randy and Triple H.
Oh yeah, that's true. Randy and Triple H do swear all the time. It's a good time.
No, that would be funny if Brock beats Kane. Then just Conor McGregor shows up and is like, "I'm next."
I'm next, bitch. Oh, there is one thing that I do want to say because you just brought up Randy Orton. That was one disgusting, amazing fucking RKO that he had on Ricochet on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know.
Holy mother of God, I thought Ricochet's neck literally snapped.
Yeah.
Like, that was awesome.
Yeah. I actually think, like, one thing with him is really funny is on Twitter. Because I think he's, like, legitimately trolling, like, every fucking AEW fan.
I think
just with all his stupid, like, elite pictures.
Too, yeah.
And then tagging the Revival and
all the people that wanted to get out, too. Like, Elias, too. It's like, whoa! It's like, hey! Isn't this elite?
He's like, tagged Elias, Braun, Baron, the Revival, Sasha... I think Alexa and Maria Kanellis.
Yeah. Mike Kanellis, yeah. Hey, I thought that was hilarious.
And with my few friends who are AEW, like, oh, he's gonna go to AEW.
No, he's not.
I was like, no, Randy Orton just likes fucking with people. I was like, this is fun for Randy.
And also, Randy Orton's contract is coming up, so it's going to be giving him leverage to get more money, which he's going to get.
I don't think it's so much money he wants this time. I think it's kind of a lighter schedule.
Oh, a lighter schedule? Kind of like an AJ Styles type thing?
Kind of like AJ wants to be with his family and wants to kind of be able to take some time off and just like relax and regroup and everything. So I think the next contract Well, yeah, because it's Orton. It'll be a lot of money because he's worth it.
He is worth it.
But
he's a huge draw. But it's going to be more of...
I don't think... Like, if that company was run by, say, Ric Flair or Batista or one of his friends or one of his dad's friends, I could see, like, Orton will go. But, like... Yeah, he was close with Cody at the time, but I just think at this point, one, I think he's too loyal to Triple H and a little bit to Vince for giving him the push and giving him the signing, even when he was going through problems, like with the 2 drug suspensions and the one time he got in trouble.
Yep.
For other things, I think he'll just use it for leverage. I think they'll give him probably like a 4 or 5 year contract, probably worth around like, just because this is kind of what they're getting, like 30 or 40 million.
Possibly.
Just tell them like, okay, work SummerSlam, Rumble, Mania, Backlash, Survivor Series. Show up on this SmackDown or Raw.
These 5 months,
and then you could go, and then like have your break and do what you want.
Exactly.
Because that's kind of what AJ is doing, and I think that's why AJ probably will lose the title. Is because I think he's going to go on another month off.
Yeah, another month off. Be back and and all
back
that.
For Survivor Series, and I think if they do the Team Lesnar, I think the OC might end up being on that team.
Lesnar, Ty Shelton Benjamin because of the the ties with
maybe
him. Dolph maybe, and then I could see it happen.
Dolph and Rude. But the Survivor Series will be interesting. And I actually announced tonight on NXT, which was actually a really good show for NXT, that they're going to do the women's War Games match.
I told you. I even said it yesterday.
But I still think they're doing another one. I think they're going to do 2. Yeah, because I think they're going to do Finn and the Arrowverse.
But that means no titles will be on the line.
Or you put them on the line in the.
But how are you going to do that?
Because they've done it before in WCW. They've done it.
Well, then. WCW burned to the ground.
No, this was when they were good. They did it.
Still, I don't know.
You do it like this. Okay, say there's a team in the match.
Yes.
Or so you have Finn and Arrow. Because most likely, if Finn's in the match, they're not losing.
Right.
Against Gargano, Ciampa.
Yep.
Essentially tag team champions.
Okay.
Matt Riddle
for the NXT.
North American. Keith Lee
for the NXT.
For the NXT.
And then
those are all the championships.
Okay. But then of course you need a 5th guy to face from that's not going to get shit.
Yeah, they'll face Finn.
It's not going to get shit, though.
But they're not going to win because they're facing Finn and Undisputed Era.
But they're not going to get shit
anyway.
So it doesn't even matter.
So they're not going to get shit. Or maybe they put the UK champ in there.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to get shit. Maybe they put R-Truth in there.
24/7.
He just randomly ends up in the middle of the ring.
Oh, he will too. He will.
No, he's gonna end up in the middle of the ring during the women's War Games.
Yeah.
He'll just be like,
where the fuck am I? And then have
and they'll try to run out of the ring and it won't work. They'll just keep running into the cage.
I love Archer. He's great.
I like Drake Maverick too. He's funny.
He's hilarious. I got nothing else.
Nope.
My name is James.
I'm Adam.
This is the Publicist, and we will see you next time. And hopefully the next time we see you, Bray Wyatt will be Universal Champion. But I don't hold your breath.
But I guarantee you next time we see you, Joe Flacco will